Welcome back to Race Control in the Volvo Ocean Race headquarters. It's leg 6, day 4, and it was pretty fitting that yesterday, on Earth Day, the fleet also completed their circumnavigation of the globe. Having left Alicante in October, the fleet have now traveled almost 36,000 miles around the Earth, crossing their own race line yesterday on their way north from Brazil to Newport. And Rob Greenhouse on Montfray gives us an update on the current status of the race.
No one really knows exactly what to do with this weather. But we know there's going to be a header out here, and just in case of seeing who's fast. You know, SCA have proved pretty fast. Abu Dhabi, as we always know, Dongfeng have gone fast, but they've lost a bit recently. So everyone's just sort of ushering each other along, ushering each other to the east. What will happen is we'll get into a sail change frenzy in the next sort of 12 or 18 hours. We go, wind decreases, we go through the fractionals and then to the masthead zeros. Then things will change a bit. We've got SCA to windward here. We know they don't have a fractional. That will hurt them. And then obviously we'll have a tack in about 2 days or less, 36 hours. Abu Dhabi will have to put the hammer down at some stage. They're way up to windward now. Back here. They'll get the hammer down at some stage and try to pull bearing. They'll lead out to the north for sure at the tack. Hopefully we could be in second or third. Alpha Medica back there, they've got a bit on. We're down in Dongfeng behind us. They're going to struggle to get by us.
Shortly after Rob's comments came true, some squalls with differences in wind direction and speed led to sail changes and even a few short tacks, causing the fleet to spread out. There's now a windward group and a southern group, but it hasn't been all straight line sailing, as Sophie Sizik tells us on board Team SCA.
Just going through a tack, and the girls are winding on the port runner, and the whole drum of the 990 winch basically cracked. It's pretty amazing.
Have you seen something like that before?
No. Basically we had to unload the boat, furl the masthead, put the runner on another winch, and then we've got 4 of those winches on board, so managed to take another top and put it on that winch. So we're still going along. Unless we can try and laminate over that top though and fix it, we might be able to use it in the pit, but otherwise we're going to be 1 winch down, which is going to cost us a bit. We kind of need all our winches and use them, so pretty unlucky. Okay.
Odds of this happening, 1,000,000 to 1. That's our lucky day.
That was boat captain Abby Ehler on Team SCA. This is boat captain Daryl Wisling on board Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing, trying to fix a broken outrigger.
Once we break an outrigger, we've got 2 options to repair it, either a splint kit, or in this case we're just going to cut the end off and make it a bit shorter.
So what are we going to do if this doesn't work?
Use one of the other ones.
How many do we have?
I don't know. How many have we got? 3.
On the bit that's broken off, we haven't managed to get the pin out as yet. It's quite a tricky fitting, because I've heated it up a few times and we've got it moving, but still can't get the whole thing out. So hopefully we don't have to use it.
The one guy who's found a working solution is Dongfeng Race Team's Mr. Fix-It, Kevin Escoffier.
The pressure was not increasing in the tube, so we decided to do a laminate at one side of the tube in order to make it waterproof. We're gonna try. We've got hose here. The Pause. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Ah, c'est pas le tout de suite. C'est un bon cru. Even if it's working right now, it's a bit early to celebrate because if it works for a few days, it may not work for 10 or 15 days.
Let's hope the fix holds. Now for a potted rundown of this leg from Johnny Portman on board Team Brunel.
Here we have Brazil. Here is Itajaí, and Brazil is actually got a little point into the ocean. And at the moment we are sailing kind of a northeasterly course to get around the point. And then we have the equator. We have the Caribbean islands, the Windward Islands. And then we have the United States with the Big Apple. Basically like in the first leg, we have the two pots again. And we've got the southern pot going anti-clockwise. We've got a northern pot going clockwise. So they're going against each other. Yeah. So basically we're sailing here at the moment, and we've got the wind is a little kind of coming off the pot, and we're kind of upwind wind. So we're trying to come out here, so the wind is more of an easterly trade. It's kind of coming off the pot here to get us across the equators. Once we get through the equator, we got the doldrums because the two winds are colliding again. The nice thing is that we will be very westerly, and we have this cone here, and here it's really bad doldrums, and here is less. The wider the cone, the better the doldrum. So traditionally you have a little bit less problems with the doldrums, but you never know what can happen. But it should be not too bad. Then kind of jump out of the doldrums and hook into the pot again. So as you can see, if you follow the pot, we have quite a wide angle reaching, but you know, could be a little bit more downwind in the Caribbean. Really nice sailing. And then basically in front of America, you kind of lose the pot again, and it can be anything. We can have small high pressures or low pressures, and it all depends. So it can be upwind, can be reaching, whatever is kind of circulating in front of the coast, getting into the Big Apple.
Couldn't say it better myself. See you tomorrow with our special guests on Friday's Inside Track.